After COVID, all of us became solopreneurs. We wanted to bring out our best. But are solopreneurs very happy? Are they busy every day? Do they have clients? Or do they need a good coach? So here we have a great coach who is helping solopreneurs scale their business. And she's the founder of Mindynamics. She's a happiness leader. She's an author. And she's a mom of one. She's an amazing human being, a beautiful soul. Welcome, Saakshi.
Thank you so much, Sunny, for inviting me here today. It's a great pleasure to talk with you.
Thank you so much. आप ऐसे ही तारीफ करते रहना पूरे इंटरव्यू में और प्लेजर बता देना कि तेरे साथ बात करने में मजा आ रहा है. वेरी गुड, थैंक यू.
बहुत मजा आया, बहुत मजा.
आप प्लीज अपनी बुक के बारे में बताइए जो सोलोप्रेन्योर्स को हेल्प कर रही है.
Okay, so this is the book that printed and authored. इसके लिए मैंने around 78 लोगों का इंटरव्यू लिया है.
Wow.
And
so much of experience.
They are the top leaders. Yeah, they are the top leaders from different industries. The reason only was to first increase my knowledge because I have been into business since 3 years. So kahin na kahin you feel like, you know, ki what's more that you need to go ahead. So वो code crack करना कि क्या है जो like, you know, super people, what they are doing. I call them super entrepreneurs.
तो इसके कुछ major lessons क्या हैं कि हम भी कुछ crack कर लें अपनी deal, अपना business.
इसके लेसन सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम लोगों में होता है फर्स्ट आइडिया को लेकर के, स्पेशली लाइक बिकॉज ये बुक एक सोलो एंटरप्रेन्योर्स के लिए है. तो एक पॉइंट ये है कि आप हमेशा सोलो नहीं रह सकते अगर आपको बहुत ज्यादा ग्रो करना है. तो यू मस्ट थिंक अबाउट टीम, एक्सपेंशन, स्केल, विजन एटसेट्रा एटसेट्रा. मतलब बढ़ाने के बारे में सोचना चाहिए, सिर्फ घर बैठे बैठे काम नहीं होगा. सेकेंड थिंग कि अगर आपको वाकई में आगे बढ़ना है, अगर आपने ये चीज सोच लिया, थॉट क्लियर कर लिया कि हाँ अब मुझे आगे बढ़ना है, तो कैसे बढ़ना है. तो डोंट वेट फॉर द परफेक्ट आइडिया बिकॉज परफेक्ट आइडिया नाम का कुछ होता ही नहीं है. इट्स अ मिथ.
चलो शुरू करते हैं.
इट्स अ मिथ. कुछ नहीं होता है परफेक्ट आइडिया. क्या होता है परफेक्ट आइडिया? जो चीज मार्केट में चल गया, दैट इज परफेक्ट आइडिया. ओके, सो द पॉइंट इज आइडेंटिफाई. बहुत सारे परम्यूटेशन कॉम्बिनेशन बैठाने पड़ते हैं. व्हाट इज वर्किंग, व्हाट इज नॉट वर्किंग, यू हैव टू एक्सपेरिमेंट. तो एक्सपेरिमेंट, फेल, रिपीट, सिंपल. तो ये चीज फॉलो करो. थर्ड इज टू मेक sales. Yes.
Experiment, fail, repeat.
Obviously, like I believe in such things because मैंने भी एक्सपेरिमेंट किया अपने वेंचर्स के साथ. तब जाकर के मेरा जो तीसरा वेंचर था वो सक्सेसफुल हुआ. एंड देन उसके बाद जब स्टोरी सब लोग पूछने लग गए कि लाइक हाउ यू डिड इट, सो देन आई स्टार्टेड कोचिंग. एंड देन फिर सबका हो गया कि अरे इतने एक्सपीरियंस है तो लिखते क्यों नहीं हो. तो मैंने कहा चलो लिख देते. सो इट हैज माय एक्सपीरियंसेस प्लस somewhere like interviews of some great mentors जिनसे मैंने सीखा है, plus some industry leaders from around the industry. तो कुछ के नाम हैं and some of them are unknown. So third thing is कि कोई भी जो person होता है वो sales को लेके बहुत घबराया हुआ होता है. Because definitely अगर business में sales नहीं है, पैसा नहीं है, तो काय का business है? Like, you know, it's just a charity then. You're not doing a business. So although you should value the system that you are creating, the value the product and service that you are creating, but apart from that also there is a need that you learn to sell. So selling should not be based on conversations, on conversions, but rather based on conversations. मतलब आपकी बातों से selling होनी चाहिए rather than आपका focus इस पे हो कि आज मैंने कितना figure cross किया. बिकॉज आजकल प्रॉब्लम ये हो गई है कि सोलोप्रेन्योर से स्टार्टअप और स्टार्टअप से वैल्यूएशन का ये जो जर्नी है ये लोगों को बहुत जल्दी तय करना है. एंड दे आर लाइक कि यार मतलब अच्छा तुमने कोई बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया, अच्छा इज इट अ स्टार्टअप, इज इट अ स्टार्टअप. अरे स्टार्टअप कैसे हुआ भाई, आप अकेले हो, यू आर अ वन मैन आर्मी. सो हाउ इज इट अ स्टार्टअप? स्टार्टअप तब आएगा जब आपके पास एक 10-12 लोगों की टीम होगी कम से कम टू हैंडल समथिंग. तो आपके पास जब उतना टीम ही नहीं है, जब आपके पास मनी नहीं है, जब आपके पास प्रॉपर मॉडल नहीं है, तो यू कैन टेक इट टू वैल्यूएशंस. तो सेल्स को कॉन्वर्सेशंस में लो, मतलब बातों में लेके आओ. so that you know what your customer wants, and then you try to sell them what really fits for them. If your product and service is not fitting, be very honest and tell them that, sir, right now we don't have any such kind of features. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो बंदा आपको याद रखता है that you know ऐसा भी कोई बंदा था. और इन लोगों से क्या होता है, you start getting new references. अरे वो मेरे काम तो नहीं आया था, maybe like you know the person can help you. So unknowingly you get very good references even if you are saying no to a client. तो ऐसी बहुत सारी छोटी छोटी चीजें इस बुक में हैं जो कि नाम से है कि हाउ डू यू decode solo entrepreneurship. मतलब किस तरीके like you go in and you get to know the depth of handling a business solo.
And I also like it is spirituality. ईमानदार रहो, solution नहीं है, जबरदस्ती का है पैसे निकलवाना किसी से.
That's right. You know, like just 2 months back, a general experience since we are talking today, 2 to 3 months back, we got a very big deal. मतलब वो खुद सामने से हमारे पास आई थी, हमारे जो existing client है वो हमारे पास आए थे, and they told us that we need this a hospital management software. We are not specialized into it. So like I was very frank in telling कि boss, if you need help कि कैसे क्या manage होगा, I can help you as a consultant. But if you are asking me and my team to pitch in, we are not into it. So that time there was someone, one of my colleagues listening. उस दिन हम लोग का team meeting चल रहा था, so we were just sitting there और उसी के बीच में वो call आ गया. So she was just listening and she said, "Ma'am, आप ये क्या कर रहे हो? आप उनको क्यों मना कर रहे हो?" मैंने कहा नहीं, because we are not into providing such kind of huge systems. So what you can't provide, don't take money for that, and don't try to sell that just because others are selling that. That's not your specialty, that's not your expertise. So I said no, we are in the education sector, we are focusing on e-learning, हमारा वही focus है, हम वही करेंगे. We'll not change the sectors according to the need. I mean, कोई एक client आ गया, उसके चक्कर में हम अपना पूरा flow ही बदल दें. So that's something that anyone should take care of. So somewhere those are my values that I carry.
No, beautiful values. What have you learned from your papa?
My papa is my hero.
मुझे अच्छा लगता है ये सुनना, you know, हर बेटी ये बोले.
Yeah, because fathers are obviously like, you know, they are superheroes for their daughters. But yes, he has always made me independent, and I've always seen him working. Like, you know, the kind of hard work that he has done, and the kind of dedication that he shows when he wants to do, like, you know, willpower. I come from a very middle class kind of a background where, like, you know, we were not that much adept. And from that time, my father took a stand that, no, I need to give a convent education to my child. I was the first child and I was a girl child. And back in 1990s, it was like, girl child ko kyun convent school mein dalna tumko? So there were people who said कि क्यों डालना है, इतनी responsibilities हैं, you're not financially stable, blah 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 blah. Like in our house, my brother has done his schooling from a government school, and I have done my schooling from a convent school.
मजाक उड़ा रहे हो भाई का.
Scenario, you know, although he excelled, नहीं, उसने भी अपने एरिया में उतना ही excel किया है. Even he was the topper. And education wise, even I got a good environment. But I don't know what, my father has always been like to like, you know, taken a stand towards what is good. So that is something that I've learned from him, that yes, independence comes from home, and that is something that he has provided me, and that's something that I still carry, like, you know, being independent. So I've always been independent. My thoughts and my work has been somewhere, like, you know, I keep on I'm little bit of more dedicated towards doing a particular thing. So that's something that has come from him.
तो जब ये बुक लिखी तो पापा को कैसा फील हुआ? Dad, I'm an author now.
Papa was like कि क्या कर रहे हो? Because I mean, there's a reason to it. So there's a story behind this book. I mean, this book is written when I was in the worst time of my life. So I was facing an eye disease. I was battling an eye disease called uveitis, where I lost the visibility of my eyes. और ये कुछ बात है last year November December की, where this got detected. And तो book लिखना ये this was a thought since past 1 year, but then when this thing happened, I couldn't like concentrate on my work. तो मेरी टीम जो थी, they were just handling my current clients. That was the only work that they were doing कि मैम जो काम है उसको हम handle कर लेंगे. But then something new was not coming in the business because I was not involved, and we have a small team, so I have to be involved right now in all the business decisions. तो जहाँ जहाँ मैं नहीं होती थी वहाँ पे कहीं ना कहीं ups and downs हो रहे थे. But then I had no option because laptop I couldn't see. मैं मोबाइल ज्यादा देर नहीं देख पाती थी, मैसेजेस रीड नहीं कर पा रही थी, and this was a sudden thing that happened to me within 15 days. तो 15 days में आईज का विजिबिलिटी लूज कर जाना, you don't know who's standing next to you, you have a small baby. I mean, it was very disturbing. And then when this thing happened, so like one day I just lost control, and like tears rolling down the eyes, the girly thing that started happening, although it happens very less, but then it started happening. And then I just said ki yaar, what should I do? I mean, I'm helpless. The current things are working ठीक है, but कब तक like this thing is going to happen, because the doctors were not able to detect what happened. We did lot of tests, बहुत कुछ हुआ उस 10 days के span में, but then ultimately we could get a good doctor in Bombay who could detect. He's a very experienced guy. So this book is like his gift to me. I say कि universe ने मुझे भेजा था, like आपको भेजा था मेरे लिए. He is my Krishna. कि जाओ बेटा कुछ करो. So it was like it was a mode of depression for me because I was not getting anything to do. So my husband just said कि why don't you start listening to something. You used to listen and you used to watch a lot of videos. So stop watching, but at least listen, so that your consciousness remains and you are not lost. वो depression वाली feeling नहीं आए तुमको. I said ठीक है. And then I started listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff happened. So then I said कि चलो ठीक है यार, अब book लिखनी तो कर लेते हैं. So then I started recording whatever I used to learn on my mobile voice recorder. Simple. Then click हुआ कि अरे technology is always a friend. So then convert कर लिया उसको text में, transcribe कर लिया. And then when this started happening, मैंने ये तो subject matter बन रहा है. So then came the idea. I said चलो book ही कर लेते हैं. Like let's do something, because it was just a tool for me to come out of this phase. मतलब बाकियों के लिए शायद ये कुछ और होगा, पर मेरे लिए कुछ और ही था. So it was like कि मुझे बाहर आना था, because वो phase में बाहर आना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी था. If I couldn't have done that, तो मैं आज यहाँ भी नहीं बैठी होती. I would have.
मुझे ये अच्छा लग रहा है क्योंकि मुझे ये स्टोरी पता नहीं थी और नाम मैंने ये सब सोचा था, तो ये क्वेश्चन कहाँ से कहाँ कितना प्रेरणा देने वाला है सारे व्यूअर्स को और कितनी ताकत देने वाला है.
Yeah.
So
मम्मी
का क्या कहना है?
To come out of this. I mean,
मम्मी का क्या कहना है? मेरे राज्य.
Sorry.
मम्मी को कितनी खुशी हुई बेटी ऑथर बन गई है?
मम्मी को तो बहुत खुशी थी. Mama was very happy. Mama is like Mama is my strength, like the emotional strength. कि हाँ.
पतिदेव भी क्यूट है, इतना अच्छा सपोर्ट सिस्टम है आपका.
Sorry.
पतिदेव भी क्यूट है, इतना अच्छा सपोर्ट सिस्टम है.
हाँ, that's true. He has always supported me. Like मैं पहले corporate job करती थी, post like conceiving and like my child was born. Then I decided कि I'll not do the job. But then he never forced me, ना job करने के लिए, ना छोड़ने के लिए. Like I mean, he has always been there. You do whatever you want to do, and there I'll manage everything. Because this is a very experimentative phase. Like the last 2 years were very experimentative phase where you are trying a lot of things. Some are working, some are not working. Even that happens today also, but at least you are aware of what you're doing. Because वो 3 साल में you get that experience and stuff कि हाँ मुझे आगे करना क्या है. But then before that it was like कि बहुत सारे experimentation था. So definitely it was a support. But the book writing thing, no one knew it. Only my husband knew it कि ऐसा कुछ करने वाली है. And no one else knew it in the family, because already with this eye trouble and all, we didn't want to tell to anyone. तो मम्मी पापा को भी like last के 15 days में ही पता चला था कि ऐसा कुछ हो रहा है. When I started marketing the book, so when I started marketing, my mom said, "What's this?" I said, like I have done this, and she's like, "कब?" मैंने कहा बस हो गया. So she's like कि अच्छा ठीक है. So they, like my father and my mother, they were just basically shocked because like you are in the worst thing and then you are doing this. I mean, how did you do it? So I just said like when you want to do something, things happen, and there is a solution today to everything. Yeah. So there is a solution.
Which are your happiest moments? 3-4 तो बता ही दो.
My happiest moment was, yes, definitely when I saw the book launch. Like I was like, "Ki हाँ." And second was like, when I was passing this phase, and there was a sudden point where like I lost everything. Like बहुत drop down हो गया था, just because uh, I have a small daughter. She's just 3.5. And when like she comes to me and she asks me, "Mama, ये draw करके दे दो, या ये देखो ये मैंने लिखा है." And when you can't see that, it's like it starts killing you. एक thought तो ये भी है कि like will I be able to watch her smiling till she grows up? That was the point. So when I recovered a lot after 1.5 months of treatment, I was able to see without any kind of glasses or something. At least I was able to see, and I could do my daily chores after 1.5 months. So that's when I started recording of interviews. And तो तब जा करके I was happy, like when I could really do everything by myself, because I have been always independent. तो मुझे ऐसा नहीं लगता कि अगर मुझे मार्केट जाना है या कुछ करना है तो आई शुड टेल माय हस्बैंड या इनको या उनको. लाइक इफ आई हैव टू डू इट, आई विल जस्ट मूव आउट, डू इट एंड आई विल कम बैक. आई सेड मुझे कुछ काम है, आई विल गो एंड डू इट. So I don't need people around कि यार ये चीज करनी है तो मुझे बताओ कि कैसे करनी है, या ये करवाना है तो how to do it. So that was the best thing that could come back to my life when I could see it. And second was the book launch, definitely, because this was the biggest achievement that I did at the worst phase of my life. So definitely it was like a very happy moment for me. In fact, I was short of words when we were having the book launch ceremony. Like I prepared a lot, but जब ceremony हुई तो मैंने like it was just out of that out of those emotions that like sometimes you feel कि just let go, like whatever is happening, you just let it happen. So it was that kind of a moment.
तो तीसरा कोई होगा?
तीसरा ऐसे तो like
ऐसे तो बहुत सारे.
I keep on enjoying a life. I keep on enjoying my life. Yes, definitely. Like I have been through this learning journey with some of my mentors. So like when you get appreciation of the work that you're doing, and कभी-कभी हमें लगता है कि like people are not watching you, especially in this world of social media जहाँ आप छोटे लेवल पे काम कर रहे हो, आपको लगता है यार मेरे तो फॉलोअर्स नहीं है, या लोग पता नहीं देख भी रहे हैं या नहीं देख रहे. But then there are many people who start observing you. So these kind of small tickling events come when like ऐसा लगता है कि हाँ यार people are observing you, because slowly they start appreciating your work. So there have been moments जहाँ I didn't imagine I will ever like go in with a conversation with one of the finest business coaches of India, in fact Asia, but then we did. That was Rajiv Talreja. And then like secondly, there's another coach that I follow that's from he's from Canada, that's Aviarya. So like we normally know these people, but then definitely getting to them, talk to them, and then like getting this thing out from them कि मैं कुछ ऐसा कर रही हूँ, and their support was definitely something जो कि एक memorable चीज रह जाती है. And when they are post the call, when they are appreciating and they are tracking you कि हाँ we are seeing like whatever is happening, and definitely like you need to work this way, they're giving you guidance. So these kind of moments like they definitely pop you up back. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो happy हो जाते हैं moments at work. And then personal life, it keeps on happening. Whatever happens, it happens for good. So bas.
So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your valuable moments, and they have become invaluable. So I'm very, very thankful, and I wish you and your family all the joys, and you keep serving, and all the best.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting me for the talk.